Hi all, in this video I'm going to show you how you can study and prepare for exams for SQL, how to write the code, and then how you can practice and check whether your code is correct or not. To do that, we're going to be working with XAMPP or WAMP, whichever you installed for this class. First of all, make sure that your XAMPP or WAMP, whichever it is, it's running. Database is green, Apache server is green, it's already running. If it's not running, you can start all. For Windows, I know that it's on the right bottom corner, and you can run the database and Apache server from there in the WAMP. Now, first thing, let's go to localhost/phpMyAdmin. phpMyAdmin is an interface, graphical user interface for the database. Okay. Now we're going to be creating a new database, so click on this new link, and then name your database. I'm going to call this CS315 Practice. Now we have to create a new table. I'm going to use the tables in the SQL exercise PDF that I uploaded for this class. So let's get that one here. So I'm going to create this table, and then we're going to practice some of these questions. Okay. So we have this table name is orders. So I'm going to put orders as my table name. And the number of columns, we see that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 columns. Get that, click go. Now we have 5 different columns with for each column in the orders table. So we're going to start with order number, and then make sure it's integer. The second one is purchase amount. This one, let's see. For this one, you can see decimal. And then decimal is good for monetary data. And then we have, next one is order date. And then this one is going to be date. Now the next one is customer ID. Integer is fine. And then salesman ID. Now later, these are going to be foreign keys, but in this video you don't need to worry about that. In this video we're only going to focus on how to use the SQL editor to check whether your code is correct or not. And none of these can be null, so make sure these are unchecked. Okay, and then attribute. For the first column, here's primary key, order number is primary key. And then make sure, actually do not do auto increment for this one. We're going to manually enter. Alright, so just press save. Good. Now this shows the structure of the data. Right, and then actually there's one little thing I'm going to change. Go back to decimal. Make this 10 to 2, because this is going to be the number of decimal places. Okay. Now go to SQL editor from here. Remove the default code, and I'm going to insert some data in the database so we can practice. So insert into orders, and then let's put the order no. Let's put the fields, column names, purchase amount, order date, customer ID, and salesman ID. Now enter the values. We have 70,001. Purchase amount is going to be 5. Then we have order date. And then we have purchase amount is going to be 5. And then we have order date. And then we have purchase amount is going to be 5. And then we have order date. And then we have purchase amount is going to be 5. And then we have order date. And then we have purchase amount is going to be 5. And then we have order date. And then we have purchase amount is going to be 5. And then we have order date. And then we have purchase amount is going to be 5. And then we have order date. And then we have purchase amount is going to be 5. And then we have order date. And then we have purchase amount is going to be 5. And then we have order date. And then we have purchase amount is going to be 5. And then we have order date. And then we have purchase amount is going to be 5. And then we have order date. And then we have purchase amount is going to be 5. And then we have order date. And then we have purchase amount is going to be 5. And then we have order date. And then we have purchase amount is going to be 5. And then we have order date. And then we have purchase amount is going to be 5. And then we have run this to make sure. When your query is ready, you can click on the go. But before you click on the go, make sure you select your query and copy it. You can also use, in Mac it's Command C, in Windows it's Control C. Make sure you copy it, because when you run the query, sometimes the query is removed, so you might have to retype everything. Press go. And now it says one row is inserted because the query didn't have any syntax errors, right? So this is our query. Now go back to SQL editor. I'm gonna insert some more. So I paste this query so that I don't have to retype all that stuff, because this video is not for inserting things, but just to practice in general with SQL with select queries. Now I'm gonna change the values here. So the first one was 70,001, the second one is 9, and then 270.65, and then the next date is 09, 10, and then 3001, 5005. By the way, you can run multiple queries at once, so just copy paste and change the values. Okay, let's do this. 9. This one is going to be 2. This one is going to be 4. This one is going to be 7. Let's do one more, and the last one is going to be 5. And then the values for the money: 270, 65, 26, 110, 0.5, 948.5, and 2400. And then the order dates, let's change them. All the dates are from 2012, and then the months are 09, 10, 08, 09, and 07. And the days are 10, 5, 17, 10, and 27. Now let's change the customer numbers, customer IDs. We got 3005, then we have 3000 so we got 2001, 2002, then 3009, 5, and 7. And then finally the salesman IDs: 2005, 1, 3, 2, and 1. Now let's run this. One row effective. Let's see. Now go back to SQL and say select all from orders, and let's run. You see now all the data that I entered is now inside the orders table, and you can see. Now how can you practice for the exams or how to learn SQL, right? You can go to the SQL editor. Let's do an example here. Let's see, the question is here. For example, let's do number 4. Create SQL code that finds the total purchase amount of all orders, right? It basically gets me the total purchase amount, all the sales. So I'm going to use the aggregate function, right? Aggregate function sum. Select. Now I want to select the sum of all of them, so I'm going to say sum. And then I'm going to bring the purchase amount. But actually, let's leave it this way. From the table name orders, and let's run this. Now you can see it came as sum purchase amount, which is not very pretty, but it brings me the total number of sum. So a different way to do it is this way. We have select sum purchase amount from orders, but then I don't want to name my column, resulting column, this way. Instead I'm going to use as operator. I'm going to say total purchase. Right, so it makes more sense. And the total purchase is this number. Okay, so this is how you can do it, how you can practice for the exams. Let's do another example. Let's do, for example, let's do the one where it says number 6. Create SQL code that finds the number of salesmen currently listing for all their customers. Okay, so let's do it again. Create SQL code that finds the number of salesmen currently listing for all their customers. So it says number of salesmen, means that we have to count something here. We have to count the number of salesmen, okay, for all their customers. So we need to know how many exact salesmen there who are listing. Go back to SQL, select, count, distinct, salesman ID from orders. And name this as salesman. And run this, and you can see there's 4 salesmen. And going back and looking at the table, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, and this one are actually repeating of these salesmen. Okay. If it's asked number of total listings by salesman, then you could also involve the duplicates, and you would do duplicates by just using select count salesman ID. So you do without the select. That's right, without the distinct from orders. Okay. Now you got 6 because there's in total of 6 listings. Okay. So this is how you can practice for SQL. This will be helpful to see whether your queries are correct or not, and this way you can improve your results.